Hey guys, welcome to the third episode of In the Hills
Of
podcast.
Tennessee.
You know who it is, Tony.
Big blonde, baby.
So we kind of came to this episode not knowing what we're gonna talk about. So we're gonna freestyle, no topics, nothing. But I was thinking about something a couple of days ago, and you can probably feed off of this. We were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like, and not to sound sexist, but like my whole life I've always just felt like women always go for guys that are like bad boys. They got a nice car that parents bought them or whatever. And then the guys that are like basically Benjamin Button, like myself, who's always been like an old lover at heart.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't get no love, man. And then you get older, and people
Talking
start
about the nice guy.
Basically, yeah, you know the old saying. But I don't know, man. I just feel like our culture, especially with the advent of social media and all that other stuff, people just feel like. Excuse us 1 second. Did the battery? Oh, there it goes. People just feel like they have to go, almost like they equate someone liking them or being in love with them for like how crappy they treat them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or how much they don't like think they hang the moon. And it's really annoying for people like myself where I'm like, hey, I'm going after this chick. I think she's cool. I think she's funny. I think she's nice.
Yeah.
And then you like lose that to somebody who treats them like crap.
Yeah.
I never understood that. Like,
Treat them like their daddy did.
okay.
Hell yeah, brother.
I mean, do their daddies treat them like crap? I don't get it.
Wow.
I mean, what do you think? Like when people say, you know, I just go with guys that treat me like my dad did. Is that like abuse, or is that like treat them like an angel, or what?
Depends if they got daddy issues.
So does daddy issues mean their dad's not in the picture, or their dad just like was emotionally abusive to them, or both?
Yeah, it could be. Probably both.
Okay.
Could be either or.
Huh. Well, I never thought of it like that, I guess. It's kind of sad, though. As a
It's
society.
very sad.
It's just rough, man. Because then
Very
people like
sad.
me who's trying to, like, treat them the way they're supposed to be, it's like, what am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? I don't know, dude. It's just tough times to be a man.
Yeah,
I almost
fucking
feel
sucks.
like freaking, what's that boy's name? Andrew Tate? Who's always out here talking about, the masculinity of man and blah,
the
blah,
top
blah.
G.
Yeah.
Hell
Freaking
yeah.
accent. I don't understand how people like think he's the most manly man ever when he's like, well, piss, blah 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 blah. Look at me, I'm English. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. He's pretty fucking driven mentally.
I mean, obviously he can hold a sentence. I like listening to him talk.
No,
but
I'm saying like mentally and physically, like he has that drive.
I guess
You know.
he just seems kind of cocky. But I mean, obviously that's what chicks like. But does he have a girlfriend?
Probably.
He don't need them. I don't know. I need to look more up into him because
He probably has a bunch.
He is a pretty interesting individual. I will say that.
Yeah.
Thanks for blowing that smoke out the window.
Yeah, we gotta open the door if this AC's dead.
Why don't you open up that window?
Another thing is he was
Oh, shoot.
a kickboxing champion of the world.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's how he.
Of the world?
Yeah. He's badass, dog.
Bro, I want this thing freaking open now. There we go.
Hell yeah.
That's America for you right there, boy.
This guy
I can't believe that thing
not
died.
pass out this time.
That's the one thing I can't say about battery technology, man. I just don't understand. Like, you got to pay twice as much for the electric stuff just so you're not polluting the environment. And then it don't work.
Well, you get tax write-offs.
I never thought of it like that.
Like solar panels, right?
Yeah, but I
If you
mean,
put solar panels on your house, you get a tax write-off.
but this is just battery power. It's not necessarily solar power.
Well, I know. I was talking about the one on the roof.
Oh, well.
Can't you write that off on taxes?
I don't know. I bought them used. They were like $30.
I don't know. You probably can't. Probably has to be a house or something.
Yeah, it has to be some like 30 grand job or something, man.
Yeah, then they reimburse you or some stupid shit.
I mean, I bought the whole system, even though it's only like a $3,000 system, you know, with everything like wiring and how much I pay the guy to fix it and all that.
That's what's up.
I could probably get somebody to reimburse me on my taxes, but they're about to replace this battery. Something's up with this battery. We gotta test it out before we leave.
All right.
But anyways, got a little off topic there.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't ask you, man.
We're just having a conversation. It's all right. I'm ready.
No, I'm playing, bro. Well, what do you think about millennials that are just coming up? Like, people our age. So, we're born in the
90s.
early, mid-90s.
Early.
So, we're all coming into our late 20s, early 30s right now.
Yeah, shit sucks.
I mean, did you really think, like, even 10, 15 years ago that our life would be like this? Like, just so rough?
No.
Like, you got mental health.
I had it going on.
Please explain.
What?
I mean, you said you had to go on.
Share
Oh.
my story or what?
Did you want to?
Mm.
I'll keep going then. Alright, so, like, mental issues, freaking just financial issues. Like, if you're in the millennial stage, you're just getting to that place where, like, alright, I've got a job. You know, I'm finally able to start paying back these student loans. I'm finally able to start saving up to buy a house. And we're worrying about these 7% interest rates. These housing prices are through the roof. Can't find a house. You're in bidding wars with people. And it's like, bro.
Yeah.
We already have short attention spans as it is because we grew up with Rugrats, and then we're just now like
I don't know.
I
think early 90s babies got the best of both worlds. Because we were still outside till the lights came on, but then I had dial-up internet. You know what I mean? We still had a little bit. We got the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I guess. You don't think kids these days play outside?
Do you ever see kids outside when you're driving through a neighborhood?
Well, not teenagers, I guess, you think about it.
Fuck no.
We used to be running around. We was 15, 16. We'd be out here playing basketball.
That's what I'm saying. Mom would be like, check in with me in an hour or two.
Yeah.
And if you didn't check in, you fucked. You grounded and shit.
Yeah. I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
Well.
You know what I mean? But now you have to be protective of the kids. Like, of your kids.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking crazy.
You gotta watch them. And then you gotta work 3 jobs so you
But
got time to watch your kids.
Like, we're not even in a metropolis city.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we're on the outskirts, 30 miles on the outskirts.
Yeah.
But, from Nashville, but it's like, still, you never know
what
the fuck could happen.
It's dangerous out here, bro.
You know, I was watching a video, and I think it was like, I guess it was in China or some shit. And they literally, this dude wore trash bags and would go into this room of these 2-year-olds, like toddlers.
Yeah.
Offer them candy, and if they took the candy, he'd just pick them up and leave the room. And then they're filming all the other kids, and they just freaked the fuck out the next time he came in the room.
Oh, wow.
But apparently, this is my thought. I'm like, they probably used to do that back in the day in America in school.
Oh, you've heard stories about that. I don't know about it in school, but like if the kid took candy or whatever, you know, that's how kids would get kidnapped.
No, you're not getting what I'm saying. They were teaching.
Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like, that happens in real life, too. The one kid that takes the candy, and then you see that, and you're just like, you know? But it's sad that you have to see that, because a lot of people just, you don't know it. If you're not taught that, like stranger danger, that kind of thing, I mean, what are you to know when you're actually in that situation? Like, you're always told, like, hey, don't talk to strangers, but if somebody walk up on you, and you're 5, you know what I mean? It's rough. It's rough to even think about.
No, I'm just saying, like, their tactic was obviously effective.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, why
even
not?
The 2-year-olds.
Why not do that now?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, I feel like we should make it harder.
I don't know.
Maybe
it was a
daycare.
Too. Maybe it was like a daycare or something. I don't know what it was.
But we should make it harder for child predators too, and be like, look, if you get caught kidnapping a kid, this is what's gonna happen to you, and it's just like them getting a crap beat out of them or something, you know? I don't know. I don't know what like a child predator. I don't know if they sit around and watch YouTube, if they just live their life like we do, or what.
Man, fuck them chomos.
Yeah, I agree. I don't necessarily appreciate that, especially when they don't like just give them back. Like they do stuff to them or kill them. I never understood that. Like you got to be some sick individual to like take a kid and kill a kid.
You're just like you're scum of the earth.
Yeah.
Like that's an innocent child of God.
Yeah.
And for you to be so fucked up in your head, whatever the fuck happened to you, and you didn't fucking go seek therapy and get the fuck over it, if you're acting off of past experiences or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're fucking batshit, and you're gonna do that to. You're gonna traumatize some kid the rest of their life. You deserve.
If they make it out, man.
You deserve to fucking meet that barrel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like every time I walk into Walmart, I see all those posters of this child missing, and it's just like, what the heck, dude?
I can tell you a crazy story about a step relative. Central Illinois, small town, playing in the front yard, white picket fence, living the American dream. Kid was like, how old was she at the time? Like 4 or 5. He just snatches her up, and they run out. They're like, what the fuck? It was crazy.
What happened to the kid?
It's pretty bad, but the kid didn't die. But it's like, and that guy got what was coming to him legally, and thank God for the fucked up prison system, because they don't play in prison about that shit. They'll get a PVC pipe and some razor wire and shove it up your ass and rip your guts out.
Oh yeah, man. The funny thing is, most people in prison,
even if you go PC or whatever, as soon as the cop or CCA enters the pod, they're already announcing his paperwork because they support that shit. You know what I mean? Am I not making sense? CCA is like Rick Ross used to be, correctional officer.
Okay.
COs.
So the COs are doing that to the prisoners?
Yeah, like if you come in there and you're a fucking chomo, like a sex offender, or you're a rapist or or especially a child molester, like, yeah, you're fucked. That's how it should be. Because obviously the fucking judicial system, they give you 12 years and you come out and go knock on doors and shit? Fuck that, bro.
Killers and drug dealers, I guess they just want an excuse anyway. Especially, they're like, nah, we don't play that. If you're in the game and you get killed, or if we had a beef and you get killed, that's one thing.
Well, it's like even with
innocent kid, nah.
It's like even with the drug dealers, it's like, where are the drugs coming from?
It's a code, Most people that are in jail aren't necessarily.
I mean, you think
psychos.
all the drugs that come in are legitly just, they didn't catch it.
No.
No, dog. Like, look up Ricky Rose, and I ain't talking about the rapper. Look up the trafficker that worked for the CIA. Didn't even know it. The real Freeway, or what was it? Yeah, Freeway Rose. Yeah.
Okay.
He got out due to prison reform, or somehow studied the law in prison and then helped him beat his case or reduce it. Anyways, he got out, tried to sue the rapper Rick Ross, and I don't know how he didn't fucking win that shit. It's bullshit.
There you go.
Yeah, it's all corrupt as fuck, dog. They don't want to see. I'll just say they don't want to see minorities like prosper in life. They don't want to see it. They don't really want to see anybody come up.
CIA?
No, just I don't fucking know.
The man?
The man, yeah. That's good.
I do agree with that.
That's a good way to phrase it. The man.
They don't want anybody to come up, period, man. Especially if they don't go by their agenda, and I think most people of color,
exactly, and that's what the endorsements and contracts do. They limit, like, okay, I'm gonna sign you a record deal, and I'm gonna front you the $1 million, but you gotta pay it back.
It's like that Cat Williams stuff. Going to be one light skinned guy in Hollywood with the what was it?
No, he was talking about like Martin and all that.
No,
shit.
I talking about him or
Dressing
Ludacris.
up as women.
No, I talking about him or Ludacris. He said in that one interview.
I don't know. It was so long. I watched like bits.
The
and
Afro
pieces.
Puffs. When one of them had Afro Puffs or something. I don't remember.
But think about why does that matter? What's the symbolism behind it? We all know what the symbolism is behind Afro.
What's the symbolism?
Hold your fist up.
do that.
You know,
That's a
you
symbolism.
don't know
Well, I mean,
what's on the Afro pics? It's the Black Power shit, right? Or am I wrong?
I think you're correct.
Yeah.
I ain't never thought of it like that.
That's what I'm saying. You can go deep into this shit, but at the end of the day, if you don't unite, ain't nothing ever gonna change.
But why do you think the CIA or the man wants to keep everyone down and everyone like at a lower level?
They want to keep everybody obedient, dude. They run chemtrails, dog. Like they're spraying, and they were doing this after we captured all them Nazi scientists and brought them to America. 10 years later, they're experimenting with running chemtrails in the sky. Oh, it's for the ozone. Do you not remember when we were kids? You could actually look up and you'd see, what is it? Columbus clouds. Like you could actually see bubble clouds. Now you may see a few of them, but then the next thing you know, you look and it's just gloomy, and there's lined clouds everywhere, and then you'll start seeing the lines. They're spraying antipsychotics into the air to control. It's population control. It's just a bunch of bullshit, man. It's fucking stupid.
Why do they want to control us so badly, though? What's the point of it, you know?
I guess the devil. I don't fucking know.
So do you think that's the real...
They just want us to be consumers. And I guess like the man, the elites, wherever the fuck the trillionaire families are, they're saying some weird shit, dude. They believe that, and from my understanding, they believe not only do they have the power, but they also believe that we are meant to run things. We're meant to run people. Something about their bloodline heritage and all this shit. It's fucking weird shit. It's a bunch of weird Illuminati shit.
So do you think Trump is part of the Illuminati? And he's literally just like setting all of us up to think that he cares about the working class?
I don't know. I think it's really deep. No, they wouldn't be after him so hard if he wasn't. If he was.
If he was one of them.
Let me look at my old notes. No, I think he may have used to be, but
What do you think
if
about
he didn't
Nancy
have
Pelosi?
his own agenda, like I think I wrote this somewhere.
My wrist, Cuban.
He will not back down. I just made some little bullet points. Like he's never he's not backing down, and he's not going with their agenda. And he's in a commanding role, you know.
So you think that's a problem for the elites?
Yeah, they always need a narrative changed through mind control. Like when television came out, there was like I watched a lot of weird shit. It would take 50 to 60 years before you could basically mind control a whole country through propaganda.
Oh, didn't some Russian guy say that stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it made sense to me, so I fucking stuck with it.
So why do you think that Trump is not part of that if he was so cool with Putin and all that?
I think he understands Putin's goal is like Putin just wants to take back what was Russia and restore the Soviet.
But you don't think they tried to mess with our elections? Russia did? Or do you think that was part of it? And that's why Trump...
That's what makes you wonder, because it's like, if Trump was in there, you think Russia would have invaded Ukraine and had all these drones and shit? No, but what does war profit for a country? Bank. You know? Or they just take our money, like, or we fucking donate all our money.
So you think Biden's more of an elitist than Trump is?
Biden's a puppet for the Obama administration, because they're like...
You think the Obamas are behind this?
Obama's behind it, dog. For
Right.
real. He sat there and said, I would run for a third term or fourth term. Even if there's a video, even if that meant that somebody would wear a mask and I would talk to them, you know, through whatever.
So you think Biden is Obama's puppet for real?
Yeah. Yeah. Because Biden was so pissed, or because when Trump took over, this is where it gets a little weird. So, like, when a president is a president for 4 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can pass all that bullshit, like, get everything signed, whatever, when they finally can do that. When they, like, it'll take a little bit, but when they finally can, so all these things will get passed. Well, when they're not president after 4 years, see, this is where it gets tricky with Trump. It's like, what was passed years ago is still in effect. I don't know how
I
to
agree.
describe it.
That's what I say. Usually, like, they're saying that
Like,
Trump's
what if-
economy was because of Obama's last 4 years, and then Trump basically got the 4 years of Obama. That's why it was such a good 4 years.
Exactly. This is
So
where it
maybe
gets a
is
little.
this why-
This is where it gets a little skeptical, because it's like, okay, so then after the COVID incident, what if Trump was so smart and he was like, actually, I'm gonna
You
wait.
think Trump did it on
I'm gonna
purpose
wait
to make
another-
Biden look stupid?
I'm gonna wait to make the Democrats look stupid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait another 4 years, and I'm gonna fuck up y'all's whole party.
But then what does that
Because
say about
I used to
him?
be friend. I used to be friend. Y'all used to invite me to your house 20 years ago. When I was running my own TV show, when I was with the culture, when I was a big celebrity.
Yeah.
It's all just a fucking
I
shit
think
show, bro.
you bring up a good point. So basically,
But I am for Trump.
a lot of people are saying that George Clooney, like, basically him not refusing to endorse Biden, kind of got this whole thing started because they had some kind of
George
Power or
Clooney,
whatever.
what good fucking, like they always say, what good fucking movie, what good movie has George Clooney acted in?
Ocean's 11.
What is that, the heist?
Yeah.
With the casino?
No, I just like George Clooney.
I just like that,
So do you think he's actually behind this stuff though?
Who?
Like,
Obama?
if George Clooney is like, hey, I'm not going to endorse Biden.
It's all the Clintons, dog.
So you think the Clintons are behind George Clooney, or George
Here's
Clooney
my
behind
thing.
the Clintons?
Here's my thing. If you're a first lady, how the fuck do you think, like, you already have access to all this crazy shit. What gives you the right to think you can try to go be president when you basically were fucking the president?
For 8 years. I don't know if she was. Maybe that's why she's trying to get back in it, because, Monica Lewinsky. I don't know.
I'm starting to get, like, we can go deep with this shit real quick. I'm starting to believe that, like, yeah, it's a puppet show. Just choose the lesser of the evils. But at the same time, what about shape-shifting and fucking every time they try to take a sip of water, they don't even really drink nothing? Shit gets weird, dog. It gets real weird. It's
I never thought of it like that.
yeah, it's like, fuck it. You can't just tell everybody this shit, because then they'll just fucking lock your ass up in a psych ward. You know what I mean? Oh, he's just crazy.
So who's the perfect presidential candidate? Is it Trump? Is it somebody else?
Since I've been alive,
I'm saying, like, who is alive right now who would be the best presidential candidate to
I'll
run?
tell you the one ever since I've been alive.
Who?
Trump.
So you think that's the best presidential candidate out of every
Trump.
American right now?
Every American? I don't know. I ain't really that deep into politics.
I mean, because any American could be president, obviously, because Trump just came out of nowhere and was like, I'm going to be president, and everybody thought it was a joke. And he ended up winning. So that just goes to show, that's the epitome of the American dream, I think. A guy who was literally a TV show, and that's happened with Reagan, but, like, Reagan was somewhat presidential.
It's all about influence.
Trump.
I just believe it's all about influence.
Trump literally just came in there like it was his TV show. You got to respect that. And he was like, this is how I'm going to be president, just doing what I've already been doing. Basically, he's saying I should have been president.
Yeah, but what he was doing with the apparent, well, who knows if it's real, but what he was doing with the national debt.
What was he doing?
Like the stock market, even after COVID, like stock market, they got it back booming. Like, god dang, dog. Like,
Was that Obama, though?
I don't believe so. I feel like Obama, oh shit.
Obama's a pretty good president.
How tall is Obama?
I don't know, like 6 foot something, I guess. I don't know.
What was the other?
You think he's a puppet? He's a shapeshifter?
Now, I have my own crazy conspiracy, but I'm not going to talk about that.
Oh, come on. Why? I want to know. I want to freaking know.
Nah,
because you know how conspiracies go, man. It's going to be what actually happened.
Nah, it's kind of far-fetched, and I don't have anything to back it up.
Oh, okay.
I'll just say it. I believe that Obama was really like a CIA transplant from a foreign country. That's the best way I can phrase it without getting too detailed.
So that's why he's not considered American?
Well, that, and then, what was the white lady from Hawaii that, like, died in a plane crash? Like, around the whole birth certificate ordeal.
I don't know. They gave the birth certificate, I thought. I looked that up on Google a couple weeks ago.
No, he never. And they can forge all that shit, dude.
I'm not saying they can't, but it's kind of a lot of trouble to go through it.
But who's he providing it to if he's already the president? What, the Supreme Court?
Saying. So he was already president, and then he provided the birth certificate. So does that say more about him, or does that say more about people just not wanting to believe him because he's Obama?
No, it has to do with the government already being corrupt as fuck. They don't care about us. They don't care about the low class. They try to destroy the middle class.
But who was the birth certificate for?
I guess some journalists just found dirt on him. I don't know.
But it was his real birth certificate, saying he was American after everybody told him to provide his birth certificate because they didn't believe he was American.
I've never seen it.
I literally looked it up. I've seen it. I ain't seen
What
the real
color
thing.
was it?
It was like yellow. It was on a sheet of paper. I don't know.
Well, our Hawaiian.
It said his daddy was Kenyan.
Yellow.
His mama was American.
I got something about that, about his dad.
But it don't matter if he was born in America. That's how that works, bro.
Send this to somebody. What did you say?
Look, long story short, I wonder if that guy can fix my air conditioner. I don't see why it freaking matters. First of all, you know what? Here's a question for the audience. I don't see why it matters if Obama's American or not. We let Russia influence our elections.
His dad.
Yeah, he looks like his daddy. So what? You saying they're the same person?
That's not who the media said was his dad, but that's his dad.
Okay. I ain't never seen nobody look that much like their kid, or that much like their daddy anyway, so I don't believe that.
What was her name?
So they found a random guy. It's still, the mama's the American one, so it don't matter what he is.
Loretta Fuddy, Hawaii Department of Health Director.
So you think this was a giant conspiracy for the last 60 years?
In a plane crash. But the thing is, if
he was already a congressman, he was already in the Senate, he had already been in Chicago, like,
but
this is what I don't understand.
Than that.
So he's been trying to be president for 40 years, they just been like conspiring against America. Like, why would you go through all this trouble if you're if you're trying to go through all this to be president? I feel like you would have actually slipped up that something can prove. You know what I mean? That somebody can prove. But, like, we don't have any proof of any of this.
You're quicker than me, so look up who Kanye West's manager was when he lost the big endorsement. And who else that manager works with and where he used to work previously. Or just give me his name, because I fucking can't remember shit.
I ain't got no Wi-Fi. My phone on the charger.
All
right. We'll ask the audience. Just ask the audience. Hey, we need to know who... What's the question? You done forgot?
No, I mean, I know, but I don't want to rephrase it and speak again. My thing is like, he was like, I don't know if he was CIA or ex-FBI or some shit. Anyways, I'm saying these FBI, recruits people, not necessarily through that old program, because that was based off of acid. But, like, dude, shit's just fucking wild. Like, domestic threats. You know what I mean? Like, they cause domestic threats.
Oh,
like
yeah, the
mass shootings.
We know that.
Like mass shootings.
Now, we do have proof of that. Ooh, it's hurt my butt.
Like the,
I need to get a chair in here.
Like, let's bring it a little local, alright?
Okay.
The Nashville shooter, her therapist was ex-FBI. A therapist? Like, it's a dead fucking giveaway. Like your ex, like the therapist she was going to, and they blame it all on mental health, but yet her therapist was ex-FBI.
Sheesh.
And what's one of the most gun-holding states besides Texas?
Alabama?
Tennessee.
Oh, yeah, Tennessee.
So we're going to cause a mass shooting. Like, dude, shit's so fucking fucked up. So I'm not saying that's absolutely 100% accurate. It may have been somebody that just snapped one day. At the end of the day, it's still fucked up. But why the fuck was her therapist ex-FBI? And why the fuck was that not fucking shown everywhere?
I don't know, because they don't want people to go crazy, I guess.
And some 20-year-old can shoot an AR 125 yards and miss? And he can just climb up a ladder and bring a ladder and an AR and just walk around the Secret Service?
So what do you think was behind that? Do you think the kid was crazy? Do you think he was hired to miss? Do you think he was hired to hit?
I think he was hired by the FBI as a rogue, and he was a send-out. And there were probably multiple shooters. Do you think they're going to tell the public what really happened?
I mean,
they won't
no,
even tell us about
just,
JFK, dog.
I know, but that's wild.
They won't even tell us about JFK.
But if they had another shooter,
so we're going to let the public
miss and then come back. Nobody else
who
shot
knows?
him.
What if I don't fucking know. I'm saying, what if, like, just think about it.
I mean, it does sound.
What if the
crazy.
Secret Service was just bop, bop, and they took out 2 guys? Oh,
you're saying what if there were 3 different guys and they got 2 of them and the last one got off the 4 shots, whatever they got him?
No, there's no way. Dude, Secret Service is not gonna let 4 shots pop off, dude. Think about.
So what do you?
I'm
asking. What do you think is the reason that guy got 4 or 5 shots?
The real question is, after all them threats that were made on Obama, why was his Secret Service so top gun that nobody ever? I don't know. Maybe somebody did. Probably.
There were attempts on him, but not. They didn't get his. But it was like when he was at the White House or something, and he was the president. No one made an attempt on him when he wasn't the president.
But the thing is, that Secret Service they're top tier, dude.
They're supposed to be, yeah.
For life. When you're a president, you get top tier Secret Service for life.
Yeah.
Like George Bush, was he Jr.? He probably got he got the Secret Service around him.
How many Secret Service agents are there if you think about it? If every president gets one,
Who the fuck knows?
Like,
I'm not in the
Mike
military.
Pence still have Secret Service?
It's probably classified as fuck. Yeah.
You think Nancy Pelosi's gonna have Secret Service when she's
Actually, is Nixon still alive?
I don't think so.
Oh, I didn't think so. Yeah, I didn't know, but I'm saying I wonder when after Nixon got impeached if he got to keep the Secret Service. Probably.
I didn't think of that. It's a good question.
But what I'm saying is they're not gonna tell us what the fuck's going on. They don't want us to know that our water's fucking polluted. You know, they're not gonna tell us none of this shit, dude. Because it'd freak out the general public.
But then what are we gonna do? We've already shown that we don't care. Like, there have been a lot of things that have come out. Like, someone tried to shoot the ex-president and he got off 4 or 5 shots and could have killed him if he hadn't turned his head.
How much money do we owe China?
I don't know.
Back in the
probably
day,
trillions or something.
Back in the day, it was a lot.
It's probably more than it was because, you know, we love our debt.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is, if I give you $9,
okay,
or let's make it more. Let's say I give you $9,000.
That'd be nice. And
you're middle class, and I'm lower to low, whatever. Anyways,
yeah, you're poor.
Lower than that at this time.
Okay.
And you're like, oh yeah, we'll pay you back. We'll work it out. You know, whatever. Cool. And you don't pay me back. You don't think I'm gonna like come after you? But now put this on to a communist country and apparently a democracy and a republic, which is kind of weird. But
a democratic republic or something.
No, the Pledge of Allegiance, like when you say
democracy.
when you say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Unto the republic for which it stands.
Yeah, but if you like dig deep, it just makes me wonder. But anyways, if China loaned $7-9 trillion back in the day, and
Okay.
we never paid it back.
Yeah.
China's not just gonna invade. Back in the day, they're not just gonna invade. They're gonna do probably psychological warfare, chemistry.
So you think this is about
biochemistry warfare? No, it's probably about the principle. It's probably just
principle that
like
we didn't pay it back?
Just fuck y'all. Just fuck y'all.
That's what China thinks about us. I mean, that's deep. If you think we owe them that much money, it's like, you know what? We can't go
And
to
they're
war
just
with
gonna
you.
let it slide.
Yeah.
Dude, they've been building huge ass bunkers for years.
I always thought about that with Japan, like where we hydrogen bombed them, whatever that was, like back
And then,
in World War II. Yeah.
You know,
Like they just let it slide and like here's Pokemon and stuff. Like here's all the good stuff.
we're just gonna brainwash you for the next 30, 40 years, and then we're gonna run trials. Like when COVID happened.
You know what, dude?
When COVID happened, and oh my bad.
I think you bring up a good point. And I think that's why so many people think that, like, they're scared of, like, the Black Panthers and stuff because they legit think that black people are going to come after them for slavery and civil rights. You just blew my mind with that. I think that's what a lot of people are afraid of. They're like, yeah, we don't believe
I'll
in
talk about that,
Black
but
Lives Matter and all that stuff, so we're scared y'all are going to try and take over the world.
I was talking about China.
But, I mean, I'm saying I think that's what people think. Like, I actually believe the China and Japanese thing, but, like, I feel like a lot of people think that black people in America are on that same thing. Like, I'm scared that they're going to take over the world and try and make us slaves because we made them slaves. Which I think is crazy because, like...
Why did they kill Jimi Hendrix, though? I mean, but anyways,
that's what I'm saying.
Let me get back to China.
I just had to put that out there.
Yeah, so with China, it's like when COVID happened, really, it was like some dude from the U.S. that went to Harvard was down there, and then like 2 weeks later, some shit pop off. So we probably started that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be real. But what I'm saying about China, I don't know. I'm all over the place.
I'm following you.
What I'm saying about China is, after COVID, they didn't put out martial law. It didn't get that bad, but they try to give us curfews. If you were another country and you were always told, oh, Americans will take arms and they'll fight if we touch down on their soil with our military. Would if you were another country and you're basically like trying to ease the country into what you believe,
mm-hmm.
Would you not think that, yeah, we're going to run a 2-week test and we're going to give them a curfew? Like, we're going to start doing socialism. Like, we're going to push socialism as the agenda.
Like, indirectly.
And then we'll move that to communism a few years later. But the real moral problem I have with everything is, like, okay, money. So you just get so much money, you hoard so much money that now your new agenda is to fucking dominate the world? What is this, fucking some old school ass movie?
Are you saying China or us? Or both?
You said it. You fucking filled in the blank. I'm just saying, you can't tell people what to think. I mean, they do. Like, every country does, but people are waking up. Like it says in Revelation.
But who do we put that energy towards?
But then you got to think about World War II and Germany and Hitler and all this crazy stuff. Then you got to think, what the fuck were our grandparents, or I don't know, maybe great-grandparents thinking when that shit was popping off? They probably thought it was the end of times.
Yeah.
So, I gotta get this AC going somehow.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to end it there. We're going to leave that question in the air. And
no, let's keep going. I'm on fire now.
Well, I think my air is dead.
Well, fuck it. Keep going.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I guess the question is...
What was your point about the Black Panthers and the...
Oh, yeah. I was just saying that,
I probably shouldn't speak on it because I'm not...
I mean, you can speak on it because you're entitled to an opinion. I'm not going to get offended by it,
I'm not African American, so...
But I mean, I think you brought up a good point as to like what a lot of Americans, specifically, I feel like white Americans, are scared of.
Why did they build interstates through the communities, the African American communities.
I thought they better through all sorts of communities, but
they legitimately targeted like those areas.
But a lot of those people were already in cities. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they were doing fine.
I feel like if you actually look
I don't know. Maybe they weren't doing fine, but
like we're on my family farm, right? I feel like a lot of people that were in the same situation. You think of the Tulsa massacre and things of that nature. Like a lot of people couldn't even own land. Like they couldn't be out here in the country because they were outnumbered in a bad way. Like if you were black, you weren't meant to be treated with any sort of respect. You weren't seen as human. You weren't seen like an equal, like you deserved to be here. So that's why they moved in the cities where even though it was still bad there, it was like police brutality and stuff like that. Like in the city, you know, it's a lot more of you. You can't just be out here by yourself and then, you know, something happens to you.
Like that video I was trying to show you earlier about T.I. and that, I forget her name.
Candace Owens? Yeah.
Dude, yeah, did T.I. kind of intimidate her? Yeah, but he made her go on the spot and not give a 3-sentence answer to this very simple question. He said, because she slipped up. She said, well, I'll wear a hat that or some shit. Make Black America great again. And he's like, which greatness are we talking about?
And that's what
I was like, fuck, dude. Like, you're right on point. Like, okay. And, you know, and if it's about race, you know, and if we need a black president, why not T.I.? Why not?
Because that's not what it's about.
Why not somebody that's influential?
That's not what it's about. I feel like most black people, and I've had this discussion with several black people, it's not about being like, it's about being prideful. Black is being prideful not because of skin color, but because of the struggle.
Well, this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Why is it okay for other cultures to be prideful, but I can't be prideful?
Because
when I get labeled a white nationalist.
What struggle have you had?
What struggle have I had?
Yeah.
Being alive? Like, are you talking about...
then you should make a...
Are you talking about my culture?
No, I just mean either or. If you have a culture, that's cool. Like, if you have the Irish flag or the UK flag, I see a lot of people who are flying that.
There were a lot of Irish immigrants back in the day.
But that's one thing.
Bad.
Being a... That's like if I fly an ISIS flag. Or like if you see... You'd be upset if you saw like somebody fly a freaking Al-Qaeda flag. You know what I mean? Because they lost the war, the terrorism war, after they bombed America. Like, that's what the Confederacy was. They seceded from the Union and tried to fight America, which is what country you're in now.
But I know what you're talking about, but I wasn't even referring to that.
But, I mean, that's what the Confederate flag means. That's literally what it stands for. It stands for that side that seceded from the Union.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I'm saying if you have a culture that isn't a rebel flag, I do some research into it, but if you had like a regular old flag or whatever, no one's going to be like, yeah, we don't like your white culture unless it's a hate group like the KKK or skinheads or something.
Can I show you something?
Sure.
Sorry, someone was texting me. This is all propaganda.
Yeah, it is. That's what a lot of people use, trying to say the Democrats are the racist party. Everybody knows that those parties basically flipped, and they're trying to use that to their advantage. Because a Republican used to stand for...
What party was Abraham Lincoln in?
He's Republican.
I just had deja vu. I should probably quit talking.
No, keep going. But that's not the Republican Party that you have today. Now, maybe financially it's the same, but also... I feel like your Democrats today are not they're obviously not the Democrats that you had back in the freaking 40s, 50s, whenever they flipped the parties because they thought that everybody was stupid. But honestly, if you think about it, the Democrats and Republicans are not necessarily, I don't vote for a party.
What did George Washington, what was one of his quotes way back?
I don't know, I wasn't there.
I wasn't either. But there was some quote they say that he said that was like,
that was all
racist. The moment our nation creates political parties, it will divide.
And it's always been divided. It was like that back when they created the country.
Yeah, it's just...
There was people that were supporting Britain and people that weren't.
It's just fucked up. But what I was going to say about, like... never mind. Let's quit talking.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I do feel like that's a good point. A lot of people say
when the civil rights movement and all that was happening, and then like and then like the 70s, like they killed Martin Luther King Jr. and all this crazy stuff was happening. I believe they also killed Jimi Hendrix because he was uniting different races together through music.
Oh yeah.
He was influential. I believe they killed him.
You think the government killed him?
Yeah.
So what do you think the government has in all of this? Because now, obviously, that's not the case.
Or maybe another government killed him. I don't fucking know.
You just know it was government.
I just feel like it was somebody in the government or higher up above the government.
Like above
the president.
Yeah. I mean, I can't argue with that, man. It's kind of like the Trump thing. You can't argue with, like... I just find it interesting that a lot of people will say, like, Obama's a puppet, right? But there were all these death threats on him. And I don't really know a lot of...
There were a lot of death threats, if you think about it. Especially on Twitter back in the day.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody was dropping the hard R's and everything else.
Yeah. They're still doing that. It's become less and less cool to be racist because it's like, what's the point, you know? I feel like a lot of people are more racist than ever. But it's a smaller group.
Yes, about my struggle. I don't know about my heritage, really. I mean, I tried to figure it out on Ancestry, but who the fuck knows? I know I'm a mutt. You know what I mean?
What?
Like a dog. Like I'm a mutt. Like I'm not just, I'm a white American. No, dude, I'm a mix of Irish, Scottish, fucking a little bit Indian thrown in there. You know what I mean? So
I mean, we all are because we all come from one. There was one original human.
What I'm saying is like.
So we're not all just like.
But my struggle, like I'm not gonna claim shit, and you can't put that on me because I wasn't alive. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So what you can put on me is that I went to inner city school as a kid. I was taught by my biological father to never see color. Don't ever point at somebody. You know what I mean?
That's good for you. Cause I know a lot of people that weren't taught that. There are people I know whose grandfathers...
It's fucked up. When I moved to the suburbs, when my mom remarried, it's fucked up.
No, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it still goes on today. It's not... I think what people don't understand is a lot of people who were out here chatting the N-word and saying this, that, and the other, they're still here. The old people that were out here trying to...
But do you see how they've wanted that tension to always build to lead to another civil war?
But whose fault is that? It's not the black man's fault. No one's wanting a civil war.
I didn't say it was that.
I'm just saying a lot of white people out here are still wanting a civil war just because. And I think it's ridiculous that they want to say they don't see color. Because I don't know a single black person who's like, yeah, I can't wait for the civil war because I'm going to stand up for what I believe in. We just want to be left alone.
I'm saying they're trying to divide the nation.
But we're already divided. That just goes to show. Because
I just think it goes
if you see a certain thing talking about, like, if you see that the government's trying to divide us, we're still trying to, like, be in the division. Like, we have nothing to do with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're just a number.
That's what I'm saying.
Your social security number. We're just
But then
number.
why? I feel like a lot of people are still trying to go after a certain demographic.
Excuse me.
Like, if you're still racist, then you should be ashamed of yourself because literally no black people are worried about you. Except, like, you crazy. You might be scary to them. But no one's like, yeah, I'm plotting on the white man. You know what I mean? They're just not.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying now. You're saying that there are white radicals, I guess you could, I don't know how to phrase it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's ridiculous.
That are legitimately still plotting to this day.
On black people. For what?
But I think it's worse than that.
Oh, I know it's worse than that.
I think it's probably anybody that's not white. All the shit I've seen on the internet.
But that's the thing. But why, when the government's out here trying to... You're saying the government's trying to make us feel divided.
Yeah.
That's what the rest of the rest of us trying to tell you. Like, yeah, the government's... Like, they killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
That were just trying to promote unity.
What's that? Do you know... I don't know, because I'm not military, but I think I've heard it correctly. What's that whenever you're sworn in? What they say? I don't know, so I ain't going to say it. I guess I should pull it up.
Sworn into what?
When you're sworn into the military under oath and all that.
I don't know.
All I remember, and this is just, I have no factual information.
Say what you're gonna say, man. Say what you think. Say what you believe.
What I believe, part of what they say is foreign and domestic.
Oh yeah, against threats, foreign and domestic. Yeah.
Domestic threat could be
the military.
No, it could be but it could be anything.
I think it's ironic, yeah. Or not even the military, but like the CIA. Is that a domestic threat?
There's this thing
FBI, I guess, because it's within the country.
The only reason I would want money is to get the true knowledge of this planet I've been on since '93. You know what I mean?
I guess I don't even.
That's the only way I want money. The only reason I would want to be rich would to be to know the fucking truth about this fucked up ass world.
I feel like if I found out, it would kill me.
Bro, yeah.
Honestly, I don't want to know.
Why? Maybe that's why the government doesn't release.
But that's me. Like, I feel like most black people just want to be left alone. Like, we don't want to know none of this crazy stuff y'all been doing. We just want to like live in harmony. That's all we want. We just want to be left alone so we can do our thing. And like, that's really, as a black person, that's all I want out of everybody. I just want everybody to get along and mind their own business.
I'm gonna lighten the mood a little bit.
I thought the mood was pretty light.
No, you're good. I just. What I'm gonna say is, I used to not believe Sasquatch was real, but then I started thinking about it. He just want to be left alone.
Yeah.
Like, he hates people. I don't know. I seen some stupid ass meme, but I didn't make it make sense.
There's a difference between hating people and not wanting to be bothered. I think I don't hate people, but I don't like being bothered.
But isn't it weird? The older you get, it's like, damn, I just want to be alone.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to be
that time
out in the woods.
Yeah. In the hills
of Tennessee.
Next time I gotta get some Twisted Tea. It's gonna be a later episode when the sun goes down.
Go get them. It's Friday. It's Friday.
Nah, not this time. We gotta get back, bro.
I'm scared. Scared what she gonna do to you. My girl was out of town, so fuck it.
What the? I need that water again. But no, I'm gonna get this air hip. We gotta test this battery, dude. We got to get to that. Because once the air's hooked up, it's gonna be a lot easier to survive in here.
Are you done talking?
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I felt like I finally did good. It took fucking 4 times.
I think all of them were good. Just say what's on your mind, man. Just talk your truth. That's what it is. That's what it's about being American. That's what the comments are about.
I quit betting money on the NFL because I started to feel that maybe it is all scripted. I don't know how the fuck they would do it.
You seen the Buffalo Wild Wings commercials?
Which ones?
The ones where the refs be cheating the game so they can stay longer to eat the wings?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh, bro.
I just know when my buddy got like $3 tickets to a Titans game when it was like 13 degrees outside.
$3?
Yeah, because it was so fucking cold. And we drove, and I drove. I had to pay for the parking. Fuck it. Anyways, we get there. I drank a few. So I started yelling at this big defensive end. I don't remember what his number was. But he heard me because nobody was there. And he pancaked the motherfucker right after I yelled at him. But then the secondary on defense, yeah, they were going this way. Secondary on defense, if the camera was before them, they just standing there, dude. It's like, what the fuck? Like, y'all are literally throwing this game for what?
But maybe the camera was there because the runner hadn't gotten back there yet. Who was on offense?
Nah. It's just weird.
You're saying the NFL is freaking conspiracy too?
Yeah. Why do you think they got fucking Taylor Swift all over Travis Kelce? He gonna get angry all he wants. He gonna pick that ugly bitch. Well, I mean, he is a leftist and promoted the vaccine and all that shit when the vaccine didn't do nothing. But it's like, dude, because the NFL ratings dropped, they had to get somebody that sells out stadiums that's in link with the CIA.
Because Jay-Z wasn't working? You know what?
The whole Jay-Z thing, I think Jay-Z is the one that had the balls to snitch out Diddy. Like, he built up evidence probably for years and years and then just flipped on it. I don't know. But then if you think about it, after they allegedly 20 years later figured out who Tupac's murderer was.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't either. And then like a year or two later, Diddy's getting hit. It's like
somebody's there just making stuff up.
And then man, what the fuck
but
y'all?
They never got OJ.
What the fuck y'all doing to y'all? Yeah, they didn't get OJ. OJ's still to the. I don't know.
But then who did it? That's the thing. They never found anybody to even throw under the bus for OJ's. OJ's wife's
It makes
murder.
you wonder how was OJ so powerful? Because he was a badass, or like, what was he, a running back in the NFL?
I don't know, because they had
he
that,
was a
that
football
image of him
player.
in the Bronco with 20 cops behind him, and he didn't get shot.
Yeah, and then they come out with the new Broncos. That's the first fucking shit you see all over Facebook.
Damn. Right before he got by himself for having cancer or something.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to point at you. But, yeah, right.
I'm not offended if you point at me.
I am. But I made a point earlier and then
Gotcha, I get you.
It's crazy, dude. I quit betting money on the NFL. You know what I mean?
I don't ever bet money.
Because the Ravens were supposed to win the fucking Super Bowl last year, dog.
But you think about that.
They
all those
Chiefs
betting companies just come out of nowhere. You know the stuff's fixed now.
Yeah, and you know who's behind it all? And I forgot to tell you about this.
What?
I still love President Trump. I hope he does another 4. Think about it. Richest man in New York back in the day. Who used to run New York, dog? Who used to run Chicago, dog?
Trump?
No, back in the day, like the 20s.
Oh, the mob. You think Trump's secretly a mob boss?
I don't think he's a mob boss. I think he cut some deals with him. Maybe wiggled his way somehow as an influencer through.
You think he's the new world mob boss?
I wouldn't say all
people say he's got a
that
lot of pull.
because the next thing I know, I'll go missing for a fucking heart attack or some shit. I don't fucking know, dog. I have no factual.
I don't think anybody's scared about what we're saying.
I have no factual information.
We're just talking.
I have no factual information.
I just enjoy having these conversations and recording them.
But no, I mean, think about it. He moves like a mobster. He talks like a mobster.
He is from New York, so
holds his fists up like a monster. Imagine if Trump didn't hold up a fist. What if he
like that?
What if he didn't hold up his fist?
I don't know.
What if he held up the Hitler shit? Then you could call him racist.
I don't think the Hitler thing's that racist.
I'm not gonna do it.
I ain't either. I think it's like the Confederate flag. I feel like a lot of people hijacked.
I'm not gonna do it. You know, because my grandpa fought in Germany.
Oh,
my great grandpa.
That's the irony in, I think, white supremacy, though. Like, we was fighting against that.
Yeah.
In Germany. Because they was killing Jews.
Yeah. But then I started looking shit up, and it's like, well, I just started putting pieces and pieces and pieces together. It's like, okay, so, yeah, Hitler killed millions of people.
Yeah.
So did Russia.
That's
but
crazy
we're going to steal all the Nazi scientists and bring them to America? What the fuck?
Because they did a good job what they were doing, apparently.
No, but think about it. America was great. Well, kind of. Like,
careful with your words.
I know. America was great. And then they brought back the Nazi scientists.
Yeah.
What if the Nazi scientists who started NASA and all that shit turned America into the Third Reich and it just flew under the radar? I don't know. But we started getting brainwashed. We got fancy ass cell phones. They listen to everything we say and start hitting us with ads that I may have said 30 minutes ago one time.
That is true.
Man, you're selling my information.
Dude, what if when they finally get in our brains though, like with Elon doing a little brain thing, that's what I'm worried about. Then you're not even gonna say
that's
stuff.
The mark of the beast, dog.
Yeah.
That's the mark to buy, sell, or trade. They tried to initiate that during COVID. If you didn't, like, they were trying to push that vaccine card. If you didn't have a vaccine card, you couldn't go to the store and get groceries.
Why does everybody think the vaccine's in, like...
What'd it do?
It was supposed to keep you less sick.
Supposed to, but
Yeah.
it was rushed. But they
Yeah.
knew this shit was coming. That's why Bill Gates invested all that money into the COVID shit. My bad, the smoke again.
No. I was just thinking about what you were saying.
And why on the back of a Lysol can, it says it kills 99.9% of germs, but not the coronavirus. Way before the coronavirus was even out. Oh, it comes from bats. Okay. So who the fuck ate a bat and transmitted that shit? Dude, that shit was airborne spray, dog. Chemtrails. It's a fucked up ass, evil ass world that is ran. I mean, it says in the Bible, there's a lot that the Bible says, but I only read a little bit of it. What the fuck was I going to say? I had 2 points. One, it says there will never be peace in the Middle East. That's one of them.
Okay.
So why the fuck we keep getting our nose in everything? And then the second point I had was second point I had about Christianity in the Bible. What the fuck was I talking about?
We were talking about eating the bats and COVID.
Oh, wait, chemtrails. I don't think
Well, it'll come back to you. Yeah, I do think it's crazy, man, that whole COVID debacle.
Yeah.
Because now they're saying it did come from the lab in Wuhan and all that stuff.
Oh, the mark of the beast, but I already
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know, man.
But you don't think rednecks are gonna just anybody that is fucking paranoid isn't gonna falsify a little
Oh, the COVID card?
COVID card?
I don't know, man, because you don't need them no more.
I don't know nobody that did that.
I will say I got my 3 shots and I didn't get deathly sick. I did get COVID though after I got my 2 shots.
Why are they recalling 08 to 012 Chevys?
Airbags.
But what if they're putting something
Else in it?
to shut down when hackers can hit the power grid, like the electric cars, and then you're stuck? Why does NASA
Hey,
have
I didn't think of
vehicles?
that. That would suck.
Why
I'm gonna get solar on my car.
Why does NASA? Yeah. Oh, why does NASA have 1930 and 1940 cars sitting at their little, whatever the fuck you want to call it?
I don't know. I'm about to get me an old Chevelle. If it ain't got a tracker on already.
I mean, it's time to go Mad Max, dog. Like, it's getting, like...
You think?
I mean...
It'd be fun to go Mad Max.
It wouldn't be fun. It would be
Dude,
absolutely
this thing right
awful.
here, I bet it ain't got nothing on it.
It'd be absolutely awful. We have
I'm
no
gonna keep
training.
this.
It would be awful.
I've got it for sale on Facebook. I think.
Hell, I about passed out earlier because there ain't no AC in here.
Hey, at least it won't shut off. Get shut off by the government. It's an 84.
The best place to go is in the mountains with the Mennonites or the Amish. And just, bow down, lick their toes. And
lick their toes?
I'm joking. And let them accept you. They'll accept you. You just have to change a little bit.
I gotta play more.
Or come out in the country. Go to the mountains. The mountains are probably the safest place. I don't know why the fuck I just went on a tangent.
Well, I mean, it's relevant.
But yeah, man.
Well, that was a good episode. Y'all let us know what you think in the comments. Like
I'm ready to keep going.
I'm about done, dog. We've been on here like an hour and 5 minutes. Camera's gonna run out of battery.
I don't give a fuck.
We can still keep talking.
Fired up.
We'll save some of the energy for next time, bro.
Nah, it's probably
the last episode. Once this gets posted, we're done for.
Yeah.
You wild. Thank y'all for watching in the hills. We'll catch you next time.
But no, Trump gave a cheap press of gas. But it's all about population control and social control.
All right, we'll hit that next time.
And
I'm getting hot now.
Yeah, let's go outside. Fuck it.